The most stunning websites on the internet, the ones that wins awards, usually have one thing in common: the animations. The animations that gives a feeling when you land on a site, everything moves perfectly and the website is alive and you can't stop scrolling. And most designers don't even realize how many of these can be actually recreated in Figma. And now that we have Figma Motion, you can even do more than that. So in this video, I'm recreating these 4 award style animations using Figma Motion. And if you want to follow along, Figma file is in the description. So let's get started. First off, let's learn how to make this text animation, because this is one of the most common animations that has been used on awards website. So this is the design that we have right now. Okay, the main text animation that we have here is every word comes one by one after another. So what we need to do, we need to separate all these words first. So I'm gonna take this here. First off, I'm gonna remove this word, then I'm gonna add another word here, then I'm gonna take this make, paste it here, then I'm gonna use this U and paste it here, and then I'm gonna duplicate again and add this smile here. So let's just align this text first. So these all are in separate layers. Next up, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select these two, okay, the first two, add them in a frame and then clip content, and then make sure the frame doesn't cut out anything from here. Next, the same thing with the second thing as well, and then I'm gonna create frame, make sure it doesn't cut out anything, and then clip content. Next up, I'm gonna go to Figma Motion. You know how Figma Motion works. If you don't know, I have uploaded the complete tutorial on how Figma Motion actually works. I'm gonna select all these text first. I'm gonna go to 2500 milliseconds, and then I'm gonna add a position keyframe. This position keyframe I've added on all of these. Next, what we are gonna do, go in the start here, okay, as a before keyframe. Then I'm gonna move all of these down like this. So if you see, this animation has been created like this. Now what we really want is all text coming one by one, not all coming at once. So what we're gonna do, we're first gonna select the plants one, okay, make sure this comes the quickest. We're gonna make this one the quickest. The second one is this one will come like this. After that, this one will come here. We are basically reducing the speed of the text, how it will come up. To give you an example, if you see this one will come into 500 to 2500. That means this one will come into 2 seconds, like 2000 milliseconds. But if you see this one we decreased now. So this one 500 to 1500. That means this one is coming up in 1000 milliseconds. Now let's select this one as well, and this one we make this. Now if you see, all these things have sequential speed increase. Now if we play the animation, you will see every element is coming one by one. Not every element is coming together. We can even do it more, add a little bit more difference between them like this. So we have this whole animation now. So you see, all the elements are coming one by one. Now the only thing that we need to do is we need to smooth out this animation now. So for smoothing out, I'm gonna select all these keyframes. I'm gonna go to curves, and then I'm gonna add curves in there like this. Now if you see the whole animation, this smooth animation is playing. At the end, it's playing too slow, so I can decrease its speed. So if you see now, this is the text animation that you can create again and again and again and again on every element. Now let's see how you can create this mask reveal animation that is very common in award style websites. So these are the some sections that I have. So first off, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a rectangle here, and I'm gonna add a background color on this rectangle. On this rectangle, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my shape. This shape could be your logo, illustration of the brand, any shape that related to the brand that we can add. I'm gonna put it here, and then I'm gonna select this shape as well as this rectangle both, and then I'm gonna go to here and subtract. So this is the subtract. If you see behind the shape, it's showing that same section. After that, it's really easy and very simple to create this animation. I'm gonna create a duplicate of this section and makes this one size around this, something like this. Okay. Next up, we'll go to Figma Motion. We're gonna add a position keyframe on all of this. Okay. First up, I'm gonna select all these, and these all will be positioned like this. First animation that we need to do is to move them up, the scroll animation. So scroll animation is basically it goes from down to up. So we have this position and we'll go to around 1500 and I'm gonna move these all up like this. This will go here. So this is the whole scroll animation that we have right now. So next, to make that scroll animation that it reveals while scrolling up, we need to make sure when it's coming up, this plant will increase its size as well. It's not just coming up there. So we need to make sure of that as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the first place. I'm gonna select this whole subtract rectangle that we created. I'm gonna add a position keyframe and a scale keyframe. Next, I'm gonna go to the endpoint that we have and then I'm gonna increase its scale like this. So if you see, that's why we added a position keyframe as well. So it's going a little bit up. So we're gonna move it down like this. So if you see now what's happening, it's coming from like this. The only thing that this is going on, this thing is going on, this is because of we don't have the same curves. So I'm gonna select these both. I'm gonna select the curves panel. I'm gonna go to custom Bezier and make the curves exactly like we made before for both. So if we go now, if we see the animation, this is the whole thing that is going on. So it's increasing its size. Next up, we're gonna increase its size until it reaches the final section. We'll go to 2500 and then we're gonna select all the elements again in the design and then we're gonna move them up again like this. So now in this way, now we have this section in our canvas. After that, we're gonna select this rectangle again. If we go to this rectangle, subtract rectangle, go to the endpoint and increase its size so much that it reveals the whole section like this. Okay, and we're gonna change its position a little bit as well. So we have come to this point. Next up, we're gonna go to the next point. One more point we can create, okay, where the section will be completely in canvas. We're gonna go more into 3500, select all the sections, all the things that we have here in the whole design, move it a little up so it's completely on the canvas. So you see this section here now is completely on the canvas. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create another frame here. After selecting this, after selecting this rectangle, subtract here layer, and then I'm gonna increase it so much size that it's completely invisible now. And I'm gonna change this one's position as well, like this. So this is gone completely out of the canvas. If you see the full animation that is playing, this will be like this. It's performing a little bit weird. We need to make sure all the elements in the animation have the same curves and everything. I'm gonna select all first. I'm gonna go to custom Bezier and add custom Bezier like this. So if you see now, let me zoom it in like this. I'm also gonna do one last thing here. Okay, if I go to this endpoint, I'm gonna move all the elements of this endpoint a little bit up so we have everything in canvas like this, so it doesn't look weird. So this is the whole animation that we have. So this is how you create a mask reveal animation in Figma Motion. Next up, let's learn how to make this scroll element animation inside Figma Motion. So this is the design that we have, okay? So basically the concept of the animation is these all cards will be here and they will come here and make something like this. So we need to figure out what's the before state and after state. Obviously that is just the animation. So this is the after state of an element. Let me just give you an example how I made that. First up, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create this card and I'm gonna add it in a frame. And then I'm gonna make this frame a complete square like this. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this square. If we duplicate this square and then rotate this square, so you will see this is rotating in a perfect manner. Similar to that, duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. I'm pressing Ctrl D to duplicate everything. So we have all these cards in frames. Next up, I selected all these frames and these cards. Okay, let me just move it a little bit up. I selected all these and then click on frame selection and this created this whole thing. I'm gonna add the hair stroke so you can know how these cards are. So these are how they are stacked. So this is the same thing that we did here. Obviously these cards have a little bit of content. So let's move forward with the animation now. Okay. For the animation we need to make a before state and an after state. Before state will be these all cards that we have. These will be like this. All the cards, I'm gonna remove their rotation, something like this. They all will be stacked. You see, I'm not selecting the cards, I'm selecting the frames outside those. That's why we created those in the frame. So we can have this rotation perfectly. So that will be something like this. Okay. Now let's see how the animation will be happening in this. So the animation will be in the before state. These all cards will be stacked upon each other and here they will open up. Okay. So the thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna make a before state of these cards. I'm gonna make a duplicate of this just for the backup. Next up, I'm gonna select these cards frames, not the cards itself, but the frames. And I'm gonna reduce their rotation like this. This will come like this. The next one, this will come like this. So these are the all cards that are stacked now. So this is our before state. I'm gonna copy this before state and I'm gonna paste it inside here. So this before state will come here. I'm gonna increase its size and I'm gonna add it here. So this is the whole concept that we have. The animation that will happen now, okay, that as we scroll down, these cards will open up, okay, and make the shape of this. Okay, let's create that animation now. I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna make this one size to screen size. Next up, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to select this, go to Figma Motion. Okay, first off, what we're gonna do, in other than these cards, we're gonna select all these elements and add a scroll animation. Basically the page will scroll upside. Other than these cards, I'm gonna select all the things that we have here, everything that we have. I'm gonna add a position keyframe and then I'm gonna go to around 2500 millisecond and I'm gonna move everything up like this, and this thing will come into center because cards are gonna be around this. We're gonna go back and add animation on this as well. We're gonna go here, select all these cards, okay, and in these cards I'm gonna select all these frames, okay, add a rotation keyframe on this because here the rotation is this. After that the rotation will change of these frames, not the cards itself, but these frames rotation is gonna change. Okay, also I'm gonna select this whole thing and I'm gonna add a scale keyframe and a position keyframe on the whole thing. So basically what's gonna happen here, if we go to 2500, this whole frame scale will go down like this. Okay, and the position will come here. Then we're gonna add the rotation of every card. I'm gonna make those rotations now. First off, we're gonna add this card like this. This one will come here. Then this one will come here. And this frame's rotation will change it to here. So we got to our final after state. Okay, so this is our after state, this is our before state. Okay, also one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this whole frame a little bit up like this, so it's completely in the center, the text that we have in the center. So this is the whole animation that we have that is happening here. Next up, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna increase this one's timeline a little bit. I'm gonna select all these, okay, and I'm gonna make this animation smooth now. Curve, then custom bezier, and then I'm gonna add a curve on it like this. So if you see now, the whole animation will play like this. As you scroll, these cards will scroll down and become this. So this is how you add a scroll element in your website. Okay, next we're gonna learn how to create this smooth loading animation. It's very clean and simple, but goes really good with for the loading animation instead of just a loader. So this is the design, or you can think of the hero section that we have now. We're gonna add a loading animation over it. First of all, we're gonna add a frame here above all of this like this. Okay, why we added this frame above? So this frame will go up like this. Okay, so I'm gonna create this one's frame, this brand color we're gonna add. Next up, what we are gonna do, we're gonna create different cards in here as well. So to create that card, I'm gonna lock all other things that we have in this design. I'm gonna select all these things, frame them and lock them, so we don't select any other thing other than the loading page. Next up, I'm gonna create some cards over it. First of all, this card, I'm gonna add fill in there, and through Iconify or through Unsplash, I'm gonna add several pictures on it. I'm gonna go to cargo. This is our cargo website, so I'm gonna select some cargo images. I'm gonna take this image, then I'm gonna make another duplicate. I'm gonna add this image.
A few moments later.
So this is our cards that will come here. So I'm gonna select all these cards and make sure these all things are in the center. We're gonna add a text. So for text, I'm gonna add spark. I'm gonna increase its size, make it all text, and then we have this text here above this. And then I'm gonna go to filters and add a difference filter on it like this. This is not looking that good. I'm gonna change this one's color to around gray. Yeah, this one's looks a lot better than the red one. Okay, next up, I'm gonna add another text layer here and add maybe clothing or cargo, and I'm gonna decrease this one's size, add it here. Okay, now we have all the elements that we need for the animation. First designing those elements, then we will animate this. So the main animation that will happen first, this is all our after state. The same animation that we learned on text reveal, here we're gonna add it word by word. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna frame this complete thing into a frame and this complete thing into a frame as well. Then I'm gonna make all the letters separate. I'm gonna select all, make them distribute horizontally correct, then select these two and move it a little bit like this. So we have all our elements separate. Next up, let's create that animation in Figma Motion. I'm gonna go to Figma Motion. This text is the after state of the text. So I'm gonna go to around 2000 and then select all these text elements and add a position keyframe on it. Like when the animation will come to 2000 milliseconds, the text will be here. Next thing, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go before to around 1200 and the same text animation that we created before, I'm gonna create here as well. I'm gonna select all these things and then move them down like this. So what basically happens, this text will come up. Okay, then I'm gonna change the speed of all these things. Obviously, first the S, this one's speed will be like this, then the second one, then the third one. So these all will come one by one like this. After these come, this will come as well. So I'm gonna add a before position of this around 1400, and after state of this will be this, and in the before state I'm gonna go and move it down. I forgot to clip content, so you can clip content here, so it looks like this. Okay, why it's going like this? Let me just delete it. Then I'm gonna select it again. I'm gonna go here, add an after state. Okay, oh yeah, I need to go back from Figma Motion and then clip content. Then I come back in the Figma Motion and then I'm gonna select this one, add position keyframe, go back and move it down. That's it. So this one will come after those as well. Next up, the main animation that we have of the cards behind it, that will happen before this. We're gonna go to around 1400 okay, where these texts are coming one by one, just started coming. I'm gonna select all these cards. I'm gonna go to 1400. This whole animation will play. This after state will become around at 1400 or 1600. So I'm gonna select there. I'm gonna add a scale keyframe and a rotation keyframe here as well. So if we go back, then we're gonna make an before state of these elements. So for the before state, obviously, I'm gonna reduce their scale to 0% and rotation we will make it like this. So if you see, this whole thing will be happening. The same thing that we did with the text, we do with this as well. Like everyone's speed will be different. So we'll select the first one, add this one's scale to around like this. Okay, then after that the other one starts and this one's speed around like this. After this one becomes, the other one starts and this one make it like this, and then we're gonna take the last one, make it like this and this. So if you see now, these all are gonna do the scaling thing one by one. So if you see these all are doing the scale thing one by one. We can even add rotation over it as well, because we added that rotation keyframe. So if I select the first one, I'm gonna make a little bit of rotation in the before state. I'm gonna select all these around this one I'm gonna select. So if you see, it rotates and scale up. Similar to that, some rotation here, and then I'm gonna select the last one and add some rotation here. So if you see, these all will now come also rotating and also scaling up. Okay, now after this thing happens, okay, all the things will go up as well. And for these things will go to their before state again. And around 3000, this whole thing will become different. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select these two keyframes, Control C and Control V. Then I'm gonna select these two keyframes before keyframes, and then Control C and Control V. So if you see what happens here, so if I go here, this goes back again. The whole thing that is happening is, here the scale is around 0, and when we come here, the scale becomes to 100%. Next up, after some time, what happens is, the scale is around 100% and it goes to 0. We don't need to make it again, we can just copy and paste. Similar to this, I'm gonna go with this and make around here, Control C, Control V, and then the previous thing, I'm gonna make it here, Control C, Control V. So if you see, the whole animation is, first these cards will come, then they will go down as well, one by one. Like this. Okay, you can even change the alignment of this. Like I can even do the cards come in a different way and goes in a different way, so I can move these ones a little forward, then the other one, this will go here. I'm gonna increase this one's size and this will go further. So if you see now, the whole animation, while this thing is going on, we're gonna make all these text go down as well, similar to how it came up as well. So next up, what we're gonna do, we're gonna select this one first. I'm gonna select all these text. These ones I'm gonna make go down at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these texts here, their position is exactly the same, and then here they will go down again. So if you see, this is the thing, then everything goes back. This is the same animation. You can say it's completely in reverse. Now the last thing, while these things are going back, we need to move this rectangle up as well. I'm gonna go to this rectangle, okay? I'm gonna go here, okay? And then I'm gonna add a position keyframe. From here this starts, and until all the things go down, it will go up, revealing the section there, okay? So if you see, this whole thing will happen. I'm gonna make it a little bit further as well, so everything goes down. After that it becomes here, something like this. I'm gonna move it a little bit forward as well. So we have our whole animation. If we play the animation from start, this is the whole thing that is going on. Next up, we need to make the animation smooth. Similar to that, we're gonna select all, go to curves. In the curves, I'm gonna select custom bezier and add a custom bezier on this. So if you see now, this is the whole animation that we have. Okay, these are all the animations, and there are several more that you can do, but these are the same techniques. There's a before state, there's an after state. You can create a lot of things through Figma Motion. Okay, now the one thing that a lot of people have, why we create that in Figma when it's gonna be developed by a developer and they're gonna create it there as well. That's the same scenario with the design. Okay, why we create design here if the developer is gonna develop there as well? First thing is, when you design this whole animation here, you can directly send this animation to your developer, so you don't need to explain to them how the animation will go. They can see exactly how the animation is playing and then develop it. Second thing, you can use this same animation and post it on your social media and everything to get more clients. You can show this same animation to your client as well, okay, before even it goes into the develop. So that's the whole point of it. Now there's one question that people usually ask, like how to come up with these ideas. Okay, we know how to make this animation, but how to come up with these ideas that we can create this animation? For that, the same thing applies on your design. How you come up with design ideas? You take inspiration, take a lot of design inspiration, take a lot of inspiration for animation. Let's say, for example, I'm thinking of, okay, what loading animation that I want to create. Let me give you an example. If I go to awards and I just search loading here, there's several loading animation examples here are on live websites. So like this is one loading animation. If you see, this is one loading animation. We can create this for our thing, okay, exactly the same thing. Or you can take inspiration from 2 or 3 and combine and make your own animation. This same thing with animation will go exactly like it goes with the design. You take inspiration for the design as well as you take inspiration for the development as well. Now if you have any questions regarding Figma Motion, regarding animated websites, regarding client or anything, just let me know in the comments. Until then, have a great day.